escaped. I don't know if they were guarded. This guy made it back. McNeely made it back. The other guy, when they found him, he was all ripped to hell. And that. I said to Don, I said, how did you find this out? I said, I never heard anything about it. Walt, after he got into the banking, his nephew found out about it and went to the Chicago papers. And a big headlines came out. Big bank executive in German youth program, World War II. And it gave a story onto it. Now, after the war was over there, they had these German war crime trials at Nuremberg in either late 45 or 46. Walt was in on Hermann Goering, the big German Air Force general. If you ever see History Channel, when you see Hitler, you see big Hermann Goering. He was in on this trial. To this day, that man has never said one word. I presume he either got into intelligence or else he just don't want to say anything. Now, we were over there, I believe it was October 1946, when they hung all them guys. Hermann Goering put on his silk pajamas, laid down on his cot, and crushed poison. He beat the rope. We were restricted to base. I remember that night, the army couldn't move in Germany because they didn't know what the German people were going to do. And as far as I know, nothing become of it that I know of. And that there.
So were there, once you gotten back home, do you have any other notes that you want to, anything else you want to probably mention?
No, I stayed on the farm, helped out on the farm, and that summer, I got a job, summer job in Sheboygan at a ice cream outfit. They had a warehouse in behind and an ice cream parlor out front. I got working on that in the back end and that. He had, he handled Borden's ice cream. He had a drop-off at Sault Ste. Marie, and I would take, after the truck went out, 1.5-ton truck, with a refrigerator box on, I would take 5-gallon cans to Sault Ste. Marie. We had one drop-off, they called it bales, was a bale with the round ice cream with a wrapper onto it at the homestead in St. Ignace. I would stop there, and if they needed some, I always had some take along. I'd done that 1 week. I'd make one trip 1 week. The next week, I would make 2 trips. I would always leave probably 5 o'clock, go up to Mackinac City, and this is when the car ferries were going. Perishable goods, they would always put onto the boat. If the boat was almost full, I had to wait till the next one, which was only a little bit, and that. And then I would come back that night, and that was probably hour's drive or so from Sheboygan, not counting the boat trip across and that there.
All right.